Hi, this is my self-concept collage, and today I'm going to show you what my collage is. So I'm first going to start off with what makes me a good RT, which are my strengths. So for my strengths, I have empathy, patience, creativity, good communication, positive attitude, flexibility slash utility. Sorry, I can't pronounce that word. Let's see. Compassion, teamwork, reliability, and collaboration. So for this first one, puzzle pieces or teamwork images, and this is the picture I have for it, which is collaboration. I feel like I collaborate with a lot of people, and I've always been that way growing up. So next is for this one is bright colors slash smiling faces, which is a positive attitude. I feel like for me, also growing up, I've had a really positive attitude with friends, family, and everything else. So next is this speech bubble thing. And it says speech bubbles or people talking, communication. I feel like I've had really good communication with friends, family, and also I've done a few speeches like at a school, like, oh, this is how like high schoolers or colleges, and I've always been good at communicating. This next one right here is people can count on me to get things done, which is reliability. I'm so sorry. And I feel like in the past, I've had people rely on me a lot to where I can have them trust me and have them like help me to get their stuff done if they needed it. Next is this one. It's going to be calm. It says calm scenes for patience. I have a lot of patience for people, but there are times to where it can be very stressful, but for the most part, I have patience with a lot of people. And then the next one is this little purple thing right here. It says comfortable with change, which is flexibility. I've always been flexible in my mind. I've always been flexible with people. Next is this blue one. It says I adjust quickly to new situations, which is adaptability. And what that is that I feel like I can help people with their situations, or if they have any questions about anything. Next, I have this one, which is like 3 little people in the circles. It says I'm a strong team player, which is also teamwork. I've always been a team player. I've done sports all my life. I've been, always a team player growing up, and I feel like I still am till this day. And then this one with the 2 hands reaching for each other, it says people helping each other out, and that is empathy slash compassion. I've always been a person that likes to help people out, and I'm always there for that hand that reaches out to everybody, and I feel like I've helped really like a lot of people in the past. And then for the last one, for my strengths is art supplies, which is creativity. I feel like I have a lot of creativity in my mind. And I feel like this picture does represent me as a person because I've been creative my entire life and everything else. So now we're going to go to areas to improve, which is I need to improve to become the RT that I desire to be. So areas to develop are confidence and leadership, professional boundaries, clinical/technical skills, cultural competence, documentation skills, stress management, time management, more knowledge, developing skills, and I'm going to try to say this, expressiveness. We'll go with that. I apologize. So for this first one, clock, time management, I've always been on time, but there have been times too when I was late to really important things in my life, and I've always regretted it. So I've been getting better at it. Next is diverse groups for cultural competence, and what that is that I feel like for me, I've had a hard time like trying to figure out what this is, and I feel like I'm diverse with everyone else that have certain groups in this world, and that's always kind of bothered me as a person. And then the next one is continues to build skill, which is technical skills. I've never been very technical. I've always had trouble with it. It's always been an issue since day one growing up. Next is books or learning images, which is more knowledge. I never liked books. I never liked them. I never did them. So I feel like if I read books, I'll have more knowledge to it. And then this one is continue to build skills, which are documentation skills. I've never really had good documentation skills, but I've been getting better at it, but it's always been a thing for me. This one is public speaking scenes, which is confidence in leadership. I've never been confident in taking a leadership in groups, and I've never had the courage to do it, but I feel like I've been getting better at it. Next is active, which is this little brown thing. It's very hard to see, but it's actively improving my abilities through practice and learning, which is depending skills. For this, what I've kind of done is I've kind of like did like kindergarten work, and then more going through it, you can see how it like improves. I feel like I've always had a developing skill struggle, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better. And then the next one is continue to build skills, which we've already done that, so I apologize. Oh, this one, unfinished puzzle, developing skills. I feel like I've always had a problem with it all the time, and I feel like I can never finish that puzzle. And then the next one is working on expressing my thoughts and needs, which is this is the word I can never pronounce, the assertiveness. I'm always sometimes aggressive towards people, but I'm trying to be not as aggressive. And then this one is I try to maintain personal boundaries at work, which are professional boundaries, and for physical, emotional, and spiritual, I feel like I've always tried my best to not be in everyone's boundaries, but it's been a struggle lately. And then this one is seeking opportunities to strengthen skills, which is clinical skills. I've always had a problem with my clinical skills. It's never been good. And then I think that's it. I think I'm not missing anything else. I do have some growth strength statements I like to keep to myself. And they are, I am working on becoming more confident leading groups. I want to improve ability to manage stress in clinical settings. And I am learning to set professional boundaries. And I also forgot to mention my short phrases as well for my strengths. I listen without judgment, and I enjoy helping others succeed. Thank you so much.